But Skip's disrespect toward him, I do not like it.
Yeah.
The way he's treating Shannon, clearly, hey, Tom Brady is the GOAT. We get that.
We get it.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we finally got Charles Barkley real take on Skip Bayless. Now, we've heard him on several podcasts. We heard him on several other platforms, and he gives like a satirical type of take on what he would like to do to Skip Bayless, like he would want to bring him some real harm. But he doesn't really mean that, you know. He's just saying that. But he gave insight to Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes on why he really doesn't like Skip Bayless. And one of the things he was saying was like the power of television and how Skip makes things personal with these players. Basically, with his commentary, you could tell who he likes, who he doesn't like. You know, he doesn't like Luka. He doesn't like LeBron James. But he loves Tim Tebow. You know what I'm saying? And he don't think Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. So it's hard to really take that serious, you know, when somebody thinks Tim Tebow is better than Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it based off his commentary, Skip, he got one right. He was saying, you know, he would take Steph over Blake Griffin back in the day. And that he been kind of holding on to that one for dear life, because that's one of his takes that was deemed outrageous at the time that actually materialized. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he gets on TV and he makes things personal with guys. You know, as far as the dissing of LeBron, I think it's gone on, gosh, how many years? Too many now. Like 6-7 years too long at this point. Like it was too much even back then when he first was doing it. But now, you know, he's making a living off of trolling LeBron. And I think as far as his journalistic ability, I would hope that he's a little bit better than that. You know, I know you use certain guys for clicks, but it don't have to always be in a negative light. You can shine someone in a positive light. And I ain't talking about just his activism. You know, Skip does give that some love, but I'm talking about him as a basketball player. You can give LeBron some love as a basketball player, no matter who you think is the GOAT, he's using people saying Jordan is better to take away from LeBron. And that's just not how I roll. You know, I can give two people props, even though, you know, you got opposing sides going at it. I can look past the BS and the smoke screen and say, hey, both guys bring something real good to the table, and I ain't got to get into that all the time, you know. But check out what Barkley had to say, his real reason he don't like Skip Bayless.
But then also the way he's just kind of been disrespecting his co-host, and you have to see Shannon kind of take a deep breath every once in a while. What is just your take on what he is doing and just how disrespectful I feel like he is to players and now his co-host as well?
Openly disrespectful.
So I don't like the guy because television is a very powerful weapon.
Right.
And Skip, to me, these guys are real people. And I don't mind you criticizing guys.
Right.
It can never be personal.
Right, that's it.
And one thing I hate about the media, you can tell guys they like and dislike. You can't talk about people on television like that. You have to be fair and honest with people. And I think he is. You can tell who he likes. You can tell who he dislikes because he makes it personal. But Skip's disrespect toward him, I do not like it.
Yeah.
The way he's treating Shannon, clearly, hey, Tom Brady is the GOAT. We get that.
We get it.
You don't have to. First of all, this dude in the Hall of Fame, he won 3 Super Bowls.
He was nice.
He ain't chopped liver.
Right.
He ain't chopped liver. But he's been rewarded so much.
Mm-hmm. For doing that.
Yeah. The way he has made his money and made his living, I have a problem with it. Because, man, if you make it to the pros, you're a hell of a player.
Period.
I tell people, hey, is everybody LeBron or KD? No. But that number 12 guy on an NBA team, his journey is amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Charles is absolutely correct, man. The 12th man on the NBA bench will destroy most of the top college players coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the top draft picks. You know, you put them on the court together when they first coming out, you know, they're going to have to get better to be able to overcome them in a one-on-one game. So you have to look at it that way. And I know as players it's frustrating because they know what is required to put into that. And yeah, the media helps drive interest into the game and everything, but when you make things personal like Skip does, you get these type of reactions from people because they remember journalists like you that was in it when they were in it. Like I think about like Jim Rome or somebody. He was an irritant one time. I remember Jim Rome back in the day. It was some other journalists back in the day that would irritate people. I think sometimes, what's my man name? Not Jim Gray. It was another one that used to irritate me back in the day just watching him from home. But yeah, man, I agree with Charles Barkley 100% though. Skip Bayless has to do better journalism than that. You know, to troll LeBron James is being old, but man, it's crazy how many people watch it. I can't really watch that show on the regular no more. I see the clips online and everything, but as far as sitting down for the whole duration of the show, I just can't do it. Sometimes Stephen A. Smith and them, they'll have a good segment on their show where they're actually debating the sports. And I don't have to agree with your takes, but I have to be able to take you serious. You know, I think Stephen A., Keyshawn, Michael Irvin, all those guys are kind of serious about their takes. Even Doggy, you know what I'm saying? Those guys are serious about their takes. But I think Skip, you could tell he's playing the click game, and you could tell his personal feelings towards these athletes. And when you make it personal, you take away from what's actually happening on the field and what your eyes see. It's not an eye test, you know. At that point, it's just you and the way you feel about something they did that we have no knowledge of, and it's influencing what you're seeing on the court or on the field. And I don't think that's right. And I'm glad Charles Barkley finally opened up because I wondered where it stemmed from. I thought we all had an idea kind of where it comes from, but Barkley, you know, he's very outspoken, so I knew this was going to get out there one day. And so I'm glad to hear his real reason he don't like Skip Bayless. You know, he said Michael Wilbon is one of his mentors and everything, but as far as Skip Bayless, he can't rock with him. And he has to look at it. Shannon's an athlete. Shannon has a good relationship with these guys, and Skip doesn't. So it's just kind of weird because, you know, Skip is seeing Shannon interact with all these people. He's great with everybody that strongly dislikes Skip. And like I said in one of my other videos, I think that was one of the reasons that Skip, you know, it ain't the only reason, but it added fuel to the fire of why he felt like he needed to lash out and try to demean his career because he wants to clap back at something secretly he feels. You ever have those little wars you don't know you in, and then somebody say something and you ain't know y'all was even at odds, but they, in their mind, they've been at odds with you for a long time, and now it's just spilling out. You caught off guard, and I feel like that's what happens to Shannon sometimes, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.